can I eat on OMAD to lose weight? A little while ago, this was me, but thankfully, I've lost some weight since then. Hi guys, I'm Steve, and in this video, we're going to be looking at OMAD, also known as 1 meal a day, to see how it can help you lose a ton of weight. Now, I've lost over 100 pounds, and I've gone from this to this, so I know a thing or two about losing weight. But in this video, we'll be breaking down OMAD to determine if it's the best option for you to lose weight. I think you might be surprised by the results. Firstly, we'll look at some of the benefits of OMAD. Now, while it may sound dramatic, it has been shown to provide a variety of benefits. OMAD has several advantages, including increased productivity and weight loss. It may boost metabolic rate while decreasing the risk of type 2 diabetes. OMAD is a particularly straightforward approach to intermittent fasting that provides numerous lifestyle and health benefits. It can increase productivity, focus, hormone balance, gut health, weight loss, and promote cellular regeneration. Look no further for a minimalistic path to optimal health. Just remember to pay close attention to your body as you learn how OMAD affects you individually. The OMAD diet is straightforward. You eat 1 meal per day, which you can enjoy slowly, and it can be a large meal that you look forward to, and you fast for the remaining 23 hours of the day. Because of OMAD's simplicity, it can free up time in your day to focus on other things. Consider how much more productive you could be if you didn't have to pack or buy your lunch, or shop for it, or prepare or clean up after multiple meals. You could not have to consider what you're eating for breakfast every single morning. Also, you don't have to take a lunch break at work. OMAD also provides mental efficiency. Most people find it extremely liberating not to have to think about food. Many people who try OMAD find that it completely changes their perspective on food. To put it simply, OMAD is probably the most basic way of eating. It enables you to eat to live rather than live to eat. OMAD itself improves productivity. Consider the following scenario, which is all too common among white-collar workers. It's noon at the office or home office, and you're completely immersed in your work. You're nearly finished with a large project, but your co-workers are ready for a lunch break. You join them at the risk of feeling left out. You return to the office around 1 o'clock and resume work. But instead of feeling focused, you feel overly full and groggy. Talk about squandered time and efficiency. OMAD solves this all too common issue. Rather than requiring frequent meal breaks, OMAD provides long, uninterrupted periods of time when you can focus on creative pursuits, business ideas, and family. Essentially, it allows you to stay in the flow for a longer period of time. Okay, what should you be eating on OMAD? While you can technically eat anything on OMAD, this way of eating works best when coupled with animal-based keto-friendly foods that will fuel ketosis. People with higher activity levels may want to incorporate slightly higher amounts of carbs if they're not used to this way of eating. Right, so what is a keto diet? This is going to be something that is low in carbs, moderate in protein, and high in dietary fat. Nutrition is going to be responsible for about 90% of the changes in our body. You may have heard the old saying, 10% happens in the gym, while 90% happens in the kitchen. And that actually holds true. Okay, so what are the numbers you need to follow to be on the keto diet or to go into ketosis? You probably remember being told about the old food pyramid when you were younger, and it looks something like 60% of your daily calories coming from carbs, 30% coming from protein, and 10% coming from fat. The keto diet turns this on its head, and for good reason. The numbers you should be looking at for keto and to go into ketosis are 75% of your calories should be coming from fat, 20% from protein, and 5% from carbs. Now, that's quite a difference. This will vary from person to person to get the absolute best, but it's a good starting point. So the goal of keto is to go into ketosis. This is when the body burns fat for fuel. Let me explain. We know that calories are fuel for our bodies, but that fuel comes from two main sources, glucose and ketones. The one most people use today is glucose. This is called a sugar burning mode and primarily comes from carbs. When we eat a lot of carbs, we use glucose as a fuel source, as it is very easy to use and our body will use this as a fuel rather than fats if it can. This is why carbohydrate intake must be low on a ketogenic diet. The other sources, ketones, are produced when glucose levels fall and your body has access to the stored body fat. This is known as a fat burning mode. Now, I know what you're thinking. Eating more fat is going to mean I burn stored body fat? That doesn't seem right. And I thought the exact same way. But keto has helped me lose over 100 pounds. And that's because I allowed my body to access my stored body fat and use it as a fuel. How amazing does that sound? Now, I touched on this in a previous video, so I won't go into depth. So I'll link it up above if you want to check it out for a more comprehensive overview. But basically, to lose weight, you need to be in a caloric deficit. Let me explain that. You have a caloric deficit, caloric maintenance, and caloric surplus. A caloric surplus is when you are eating more calories than your body needs and you will therefore put on weight. Caloric maintenance is when you're eating just the right amount of calories to maintain your body weight, and then there is a caloric deficit. Now, this is the name of the game when trying to lose weight. If you want to lose weight, you must be in a caloric deficit, and there are two ways of achieving this. Number one is eat less. This is probably going to be the first point of call if you're trying to lose weight for the first time, and for good reason. It is much easier to cut out them 2 chocolate bars and cans of soda, totaling 400 to 500 calories, than it is to jump on the treadmill and try and run it off. What I like to tell people is to go ahead and eat that chocolate bar, the one that you love the most, the one that you know you probably shouldn't be having, but you can't resist it. Then what I want you to do is jump onto the treadmill and try and run off them few hundred calories. All of a sudden you're not too keen on that chocolate bar anymore and start replacing it with a salad. Now, the second way you can create this caloric deficit is to exercise, like we just mentioned. Now, don't be put off by this word. It makes some people begin to panic just thinking about it. But all I'm suggesting is to start to become more active. This could mean taking the stairs instead of the elevator, or going for a walk after lunch. You may be thinking, is walking really going to get the job done and help me lose weight? Well, let me tell you, it most certainly is. Walking is a fantastic form of exercise and has a very low injury risk associated with it. As well as this, when you're walking for long periods, you're really starting to target that unwanted fat. And that is why this is going to be great at helping you hit your goals and getting rid of that extra weight. Now, if you guys want to know the key to helping me lose over 100 pounds, the thing that I paired with all the information that I have just given you to 10x my results, then click the link on the left hand side. But apart from that, I'm Steve, this is Life at the Whitehouse, beware the donut goblin, and I'll see you again in that one. Cheers guys.